This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska. "2025 Nebraska State Basketball on News Channel Nebraska is presented by Currency. Does your business need help financing big-ticket items? Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com for details. Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. Teammates Mentoring. Join the team. Be a mentor. Go to teammates.org today. Woodhouse Auto. Convenience delivered every time. Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. And by 5 Points Bank. Trust the better bank with your financial needs.
The two best weeks of the high school sports calendar are here. The 2025 Girls State Basketball Championships beginning in Lincoln today, and we start with a dynamic matchup in Class C1 between the top-seeded Lincoln Christian Crusaders and the 8th-seeded Tigers of North Bend Central. Alongside Lou Seifker, Eric McKay. So glad you could join us here on News Channel Nebraska for the first of 18 state basketball broadcasts here on NCN over the next 3 days. And Lou, we begin with a matchup that's not your typical 1-8. North Bend, a team that won 4 in a row. Lincoln Christian, a team that's got designs on winning 4 in a row. These are probably two of the premier programs of the last decade meeting in the first round here at State.
Well, I think one thing we said about Lincoln Christian last year is expect them to be back. Well, they're back and back with a vengeance, an undefeated team. But if anybody can play them in the first round, you got to believe NBC can do it. You got a great coach in Aaron Stirrup and a team that just the big stage is nothing new to them. We'll see how that plays out. Lincoln Christian's a great team, but you never know. 1 versus 8. NBC's a really good 8 seed.
We'll talk key players. Talk to our third member of our broadcast crew. Get you set for action coming up. Don't you dare go anywhere. You're watching NSAA State Basketball on News Channel Nebraska.
Hi, I'm Jake. I grew up with a great relationship with God. After high school, I became selfish and put my own desires before God. I struggled with alcohol and lust, and the devil had a tight grip on me. My life was full of darkness, and I was on the verge of losing my family. Thankfully, I chose God as my higher power, and through treatment, amended my relationship with God and my family. If you are struggling, contact your local pastor or priest, or call 402-379-2030.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. The Carpet Shop, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years. And by See the Trainer, with locations in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte. The pregame show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Check them out at customsportsco.com and by KRT. Learn more at krtrelief.com.
Back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center in Lincoln, getting set for the 1-8 matchup in Class C1, Lincoln Christian and North Bend Central on News Channel Nebraska. Lincoln Christian has won 36 in a row. They're the defending champs, Lou. It's hard to single out one player because this is an incredible team, but when you've got a 6-footer who can go inside and outside, Kenna Ailes is the player you have to stop if you're going to beat the Crusaders.
Well, I think the one way to describe Kenna Ailes is just she's special. She can do so many things. 15 points and 11 rebounds doesn't tell the whole story. She's a player, as you mentioned, can step out and knock down threes, and she's just a leader, too, as a senior, just a really special player for Lincoln Christian, and a very tough matchup, I think, for North Bend Central here this morning.
Well, over this run for North Bend Central, one name has been synonymous with their success, and that's Emmanuel. You get one more year with an Emmanuel, Lindsay Emmanuel, the last of the 3 sisters. She's been just as good as the other 2, Lou, and if anybody can pull off an upset, it's a team with an Emmanuel leading the way.
Yeah, she also averages 15 points and 9 rebounds, but as we mentioned, a player that's been on the big stage before, having been part of championship teams in the past. This is not an NBC team that necessarily runs with the ball like they used to. They're more of a half-court team. She'll be very important in the half-court. Can she score against this Lincoln Christian defense? I think she can. How much, we'll see, but she's going to be very important for NBC this morning.
Well, the interstate is closed west of Lincoln this morning. If you didn't get here, you can't get here. That even includes people in town. With more on that, we go to the third member of our broadcast crew, Michael Shively.
How was your commute this morning? Well, if you're in eastern Nebraska, it likely was a bit of an adventure. Snow, wind, ice, Tough to get around this morning, and Lincoln Christian and head coach Scott Klein anticipated that. He made the call. We're not going to meet at the school and take the big 12-passenger white vans down to the Devaney Center. He decided, no, it's time for the parents to take the kids to the Devaney. Being in Lincoln, they have the luxury to be able to do that. But what he didn't know when he made that decision was that a parent would end up taking him to the Devaney Center this morning. That's right, Coach Klein lives just outside of Lincoln in the Hickman area. He got up, got going, got outside 6:30, hoping he could make the easy commute. Well, couldn't do it. His small SUV couldn't get out of the driveway, took the shovel, no hope. Wind-swept snow piles, tough to get out of the driveway. He ended up giving up, decided to call the dad of Kenna Ailes, Britt Ailes, able to come. So it's just about 10 minutes away from Coach Klein. Britt Ailes picked him up, brought him here to the arena. He didn't get here until 5 till 8. But the good news, everybody is here. Everybody is accounted for. Interstate closure, who knows what happens to teams that are making the trip here today, but we do know that Lincoln Christian, North Bend Central, might be a little adventurous, but they got here this morning, and they're ready for state tournament basketball. And it's coming your way next on News Channel Nebraska.
Insurance for us is a big deal. You know, you've got property and equipment and materials and people and workers' comp and things like that. It's a size large deal to keep your arms around that, to make sure that you're insured and properly and to manage your risk. They understand that we're going to keep expanding our business, which means more volume, which means more insurance, more equipment, more everything, and ways to lower our operating costs.
I'm Jenny Last with AgriCity Insurance, protecting what you grow today and tomorrow.
A body in motion stays in motion until you feel that muscle tighten, that sharp pain you didn't expect, and suddenly you're stopped in your tracks. KRT helps you get back in action with all natural pain relief in just minutes. Don't get sidelined by muscle cramps. Stay in the game with KRT.
At the racetrack or the rat race round town, fuel matters. Here, customers can expect the highest quality fuel that they deserve.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitor Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
State basketball on NCN is brought to you by Heritage at Fountain Point, redefining senior living with a steadfast commitment to comfort, compassion, and dignity. AgriCity Insurance, protecting what you grow. And by Family Physical Therapy and Sports Center, getting you back in the game. State basketball on NCN is brought to you by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Chevy in Aurora. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Let's Talk School Spotlight, brought to you by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? All you need is Currency. Visit gocurrency.com. Lincoln Christian making their 26th trip to state, their third in a row. They're tied with Pius for the third most state appearances all time. They've made 7 title game appearances, including last year. They've won 3 titles, including last year. North Bend Central, meanwhile, pretty good history themselves. This is their 16th trip, their 7th consecutive trip to state. They've made 7 appearances in the state title game, all but 1 under current head coach Aaron Stirrup. They've won 6 state titles, the trail end of that 4-in-a-row run in 2023. Getting set to introduce our starting lineups, Lou, and this is kind of a situation. First game out, a lot of nerves, a lot of jitters. Probably not for these two teams, though, right?
Well, you got to believe that both these teams kind of are used to this. I think it's more so. Certainly you have some jitters in the first game of the state tournament, but they go away quicker when you've been here and done that. Both of these schools have done that. Go back to the 1 versus 8 matchup. When you look at an 8 seed, you look at how they're playing as they approach this game. North Bend Central has won 15 of 16, so they're playing outstanding basketball. Only loss was to a D1 juggernaut in Pender, so they're playing well. You got to believe they have confidence. How do you stay in this game early is going to be very, very important.
Speaking of Pender, they're about to tip off as well in the Class D1 quarterfinal against Howells Dodge. 2 games, 3 members of the East Husker Conference at state. That conference is a nightmare to get through. All right, let's talk starting lineups. Brought to you by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. North Bend Central coming in with a record of 20-7. We talked about Emmanuel. Lauren Stirrup, the coach's daughter, has been incredible as well. The 5'6" junior, just shy of 15 points per game. She had 18, led the way for them in their district final victory over Raymond Central, a game they won 46-27. North Bend Central head coach Aaron Stirrup in his 23rd year at the helm of this program. Simply put, one of the best to ever do it in the state of Nebraska. 434 wins to just 123 losses. His is a name associated with winning. As for Lincoln Christian, just about anybody in this starting 5 can beat you. We talked about Ailes. You've got Macy Pittenger, just shy of 11 a game. Mattia Kazabon, she just tied the school record for points in a game with 35 in their district final victory over Malcolm. She's actually their leading scorer at 19.6 a game. Also the team leader, second on the team in assists, tied for the team lead in steals. Lou, that's the problem with this team. And we talked about it at the outset. Kenna Ailes can be the key player. You stop her, great. There's still 4 other players in that starting lineup who are world beaters. This is as balanced a starting lineup as you're going to find in almost any class this week.
Well, you're playing Lincoln Christian. It's a lot like playing an all-star team. I mean, you just don't have a lot of weaknesses. They've got a couple of players that come off the bench that are good players as well. You've got a pretty good 7-player rotation in that Lincoln Christian lineup. And you're absolutely right. What do you take away? You just hope whatever you take away, the other players start stepping up and playing big. But that's why they're so hard to beat. So many players that can step up and absolutely kill you.
For North Bend Central, I think the key, Lou, is going to be who will be a third option for them. Emmanuel and Stirrup both average between them about 30 points per game. That's about 75% of their offensive output per game. They're going to need a third player to step up to have a chance here today.
Yeah, your supporting cast, and I use that term, in a positive manner. But you players that have played well this season are going to have to play great in this game, I think, to beat Lincoln Christian.
Getting set to go here for our opening tip. So glad you could join us. The first of 18 games here on News Channel Nebraska, and we are underway with Lincoln Christian controlling the tip. It's Jesse Heiser, the 5'9 junior, running point. Quickly attacking the rack, off the window and good, and right away, Mattia Kazabon gets the scoring going.
Off the dribble, Kazabon gets that bank shot to go.
North Bend Central, maybe a bit more slower of a paced Tiger team as we've seen the last few years. This is Lauren Stirrup, bouncing to no one in particular. And it'll go back to Lincoln Christian off the turnover.
Well, I think a couple things you're going to have to look at here for NBC. Number one is tempo. If you get into a running match with Lincoln Christian this year, you're going to lose the game. You need to keep it more of a half-court approach, and you certainly can't have a lot of turnovers and stay with the Crusaders.
Quick double. They kick out, open three. Lou, this team shoots 35% from beyond the arc as a team. That's Macy Pittenger connecting from deep.
As an individual, that's really good. As a team, that's fantastic.
4 players in their starting lineup average at least 30% from beyond the arc. Stirrup leaves it short. Follows, can't fill it up. Rebound yanked away by Ailes. Back into the front court come the Crusaders, the top seed, unbeaten. At 25-0, they've won 36 straight. One of those 36 wins a victory over North Bend Central in the opening round at state last year. They ended the reign of the 4-time defending champs.
That was 1 versus 8 last year as well.
I wondered why I was feeling deja vu coming in. That one missed everything, but there for the rebound is Samantha Deerking, and she'll head to the line after our first foul of the game.
Well, Deerking split 2 NBC players and got that rebound. That's a great effort play. Gets a chance from the free throw line. Again, we too much hyperbole sometimes makes you sound disingenuous, but you have to do so many things well against Lincoln Christian, and that includes putting a body on the offensive rebounder. You just can't allow the second chance points and stay with a team that does so many things as well as they do.
Deerking splits the pair you saw. A replay brought to you by Unity Eye Center. See it again, clear as ever. Instant replays today brought to you by Unity Eye Centers. It's a good free throw shooting team as well. 74% as a team, Lou. There are men's college basketball teams that can't do that.
Yeah.
Scramble for the rebound underneath. Tied up. Possession arrow will keep it with North Bend Central. Lauren Stirrup 0 for 3 from the field to start the game for North Bend Central. Here in our first quarter, brought to you by John Henry's. Their family serving yours.
If the Tigers are going to stay with the Crusaders, they're going to have to be good. Well, there you go. I was just going to say, got to be good and efficient on the offensive end. Limit the turnovers, as we already mentioned. But you're going to have to knock down some shots. The longer this game goes, if NBC can stay in the game, that puts the pressure on the number 1 seed. We've seen that before. I remember a boys tournament with Wahoo, where Fort Calhoun was an 8 seed, stayed with them, and really put the pressure on them.
Ailes can't hit from deep in for the rebound, though, is Heiser. Lincoln Christian on the second chance. Good move in the lane. Tough fadeaway falls for Casabon.
Casaubon's had a couple of shots that are fairly well contested, but able to get them to fall. Just showed some strength going against that defender.
8-0 run by Lincoln Christian to start the game. Another turnover. Off and running come the Crusaders. What a pass. Up ahead. 10 straight to start the game for Lincoln Christian.
Well, certainly not the way that you wanted to start the ball game if you're the Tigers.
Emmanuel forcing the issue at the other end. Draws damage. Samantha Deerking called for the foul, her first.
Well, that was shades of the pass there with Emmanuel getting fouled, getting to the free throw line. Those 4 straight state champions that the Tigers had a lot of Emmanuels that played on those teams, and they were special players, special teams. This is a really good team, but you're playing a team that kind of mirrors what you used to be in NBC in Lincoln Christian, with a lot of talent and a team that likes to play a little bit more up-tempo style of basketball.
Both free throws fall for Emmanuel. Maya Beebe checking into the game for North Bend Central. Not a terribly deep team. They basically, in terms of offensive production, rotate in about 6 players. Beebe is good off the bench. 6 points, 3 rebounds a game. Good strong back down. Good defense, though, offensive rebound. Pulled down by Deerking. Second chance triple. They go down every time. Heiser from deep.
When you shoot like that.
Quickly the other way, it's Emmanuel for North Bend.
That's a good, strong, quick drive by Emmanuel before Christian got their defense set.
Poked away by Emmanuel. Now North Bend wants to run a little bit. Lincoln Christian gets back. Stirrup. Got the defender in the air. Works it in the lane. Off the window, no. But she'll head to the line. Seeing a bit more aggression from North Bend looking a bit more comfortable now.
Yeah, you've seen Emmanuel and then Sarah taking the ball strong into the basket, into the lane rather, at the basket, getting it rewarded with the foul call. You got to play aggressive against Lincoln Christian, otherwise you have no chance. Starrett misses the first one. I think one thing that gives you a chance if you're NBC, even down 13-4 to start the ball game, is you got a guy in Aaron Starrett, as we see him there on the screen, who's just calm as can be. He does not get rattled. He does not get excited, and that's really good when things get rough.
Probably no scenario in a basketball game that he has not seen. You saw Coach Scott Klein as well. A lot of success. This is his third year. I don't know that you could start a career much better than going 72-6, but he was an assistant prior to taking the job under Jerry Orduna. Emmanuel, the rebound off the missed three by Pittenger. Back the other way, inside out. Stirrup wants three, left it short. Offensive rebound and a putback. Not there, but Beebe will head to the line.
Good hustle play there by Beebe. See NBC kind of being a lot more aggressive now, going after offensive rebounds, taking the ball off the dribble in the basket.
Foul called on Heiser, her first.
Mentioned Coach Klein. I think Kenna Ailes' dad might be the MVP today. Going in.
You know, it's so funny. You think about, oh, man, the interstate's closed. How's anybody going to get here? You don't think somebody who lives in town would have trouble getting here. But, boy, folks, it is rough in Lincoln today.
Yeah.
The roads are not good.
They're terrible.
Beebe misses both free throws. Still an 8-point lead for Lincoln Christian. Heiser. Left side, Lexi Pittenger, seeing her first action. Entry pass, Ailes. Draws two, too strong. Emmanuel the board. Kenna Ailes has been held without a point so far. Mishandled, out of bounds. Lieu of the turnovers that North Bend Central have had, most of them have been kind of unforced.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Again, you can't lose the turnover battle big and hang with Lincoln Christian, but you haven't had the live ball turnovers yet that Lincoln Christian could really turn into points and extend that lead on you.
In and out on the three. Rebound to Emmanuel. Heiser's first miss. Crusaders 2 of 6 from beyond the arc to start the game. North Bend Central's Reese Peterson seeing her first action with the left hand off the window. Peterson.
Nice spin move in the lane there. Gets that soft touch off the glass.
Peterson, a junior, averages 5 points, 5 boards a game. The drive and dish up top, open triple. Early morning banking hours for Lexi Pittenger.
Well, the best part about that shot with Pittenger was after the shot, she didn't smile and doing an excuse me. It was like, I knew that one was going down. That was absolutely a confident shot, even though she banked it in from straight away.
Off the screen, triple at the other end. Nope, foot on the line. That's a 2 for Peterson.
NBC starting to heat up a little bit. That's a good sign if you're a Tigers fan.
Pittenger surveying. Ailes trying to get position. Instead, she's a clear out for the drive and dish. Too strong. Stir up the board.
Good block out that time by Stirrup.
Emmanuel into the front court. North Bend has numbers. Open triple try. Good. Nothing but the bottom for Beebe. And we got a 4-point game.
That's what we talked about. NBC, it didn't matter what the score was. They weren't going to panic. They're going to get back in the game.
And at the other end, a travel. And North Bend Central, a chance to make this a one-possession game. Emma Rangeloff checking in for North Bend Central. Lincoln Christian sending Livia Drivo in.
I think you've got a product. We talked about having Coach Stirrup over here, very calm, but also a team that's just been there, done that. A lot of state tournament appearances. A lot of these players have played on state championship teams, so no panic at all for the Tigers.
Beebe. The ball reversal, Emmanuel. Hand check called on the floor. And North Bend will inbound. The foul called on Drivo, her first.
Well, so far, when the Tigers are able to, they've been able to beat Lincoln Christian off the dribble and get some shots in the lane. That's a very much a positive for NBC here in this first quarter.
Entry pass poked. Stirrup able to get it. Swatted away. Now follows and called for the walk, trying to set up the follow-up. That was Heiser with the first block. Tough quarter for Stirrup. 0 for 5 from the field.
Yeah, got a pretty tall team there at Lincoln Christian. Tough for Stirrup. And they did a great job at Lincoln Christian is just going straight up with their hands. Don't bring those hands down and create the foul. Make her shoot over the top of you.
The cutter slipped. They were able to get it to her still. Ailes going up strong, fouled on the floor. 3 North Bend Central Tigers converging on Ailes on the low block.
And that's kind of what you have to do is try to eliminate her paint touches as much as possible. The problem, that's the pick your poison, is if you take her out of the game, you've got a lot of three-point shooters posting up around that three-point line. That makes it very tough.
Quick trigger triple, too strong. Rebound Pittenger. Ailes having a seat for the latter stages of the first quarter. North Bend Central weathered an early 10-0 run by Lincoln Christian. They've been on a 12-6 run since. They want 3. Can't get it. Battle for the rebound. It's going to be a foul on North Bend Central. Much to the chagrin of the many Tiger faithful who made the trek down from Dodge County today.
Yeah, I'd say any trek here is an impressive one. But there's the foul call. That's a close one.
Got a couple of subs coming in for North Bend Central. Jayla Van Amting, McCray Muller checking back into the game. Van Amting, a senior. She and Emmanuel, the only seniors in the starting lineup, so look, they could make 8 in a row.
Yeah.
Not looking ahead yet, but this run might not necessarily be over this week. Another 3 off the mark. Lincoln Christian has lost the touch from deep. Kazabaum 0 for 3 from beyond the arc.
That time was Muller for NBC, just doing a great job boxing out. You just got to be fundamentally sound against Christian, and they're doing a much better job, are the Tigers here. There's going to be a travel.
Yeah, Emmanuel, the pivot foot slipped as though she were trying to pivot on the ice outside the Bob Devaney Sports Center, and it goes back to Lincoln Christian.
I did that very thing trying to walk in the building today.
And somehow Emmanuel much more graceful.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to be more graceful than me. But
mishandled. Have to heave one, won't make it. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Lincoln Christian, they were hitting from outside early. But North Bend Central has weathered the storm. Can the Crusaders pull away? 16-12 after 1. This is the Class C 1 state tournament on News Channel Nebraska.
If you love live sports.
5 Points Bank brings communities together. Points Bank. Better bank, better community, better life.
Zollner Ford in Beatrice has options to make the process of buying or maintaining vehicles easy and enjoyable. If you have your sights on a new vehicle, a member of our sales team would love to show it to you in the warmth of our showroom or bring it right to your driveway. For maintenance, we offer a few options to make service appointments convenient, like free pickup and delivery within 25 miles of Beatrice, including all of Lincoln. We can also come to you with our mobile service unit to help quickly get going again. Zollner Ford in Beatrice. Sales and service with a smile.
Second quarter here on News Channel Nebraska, brought to you, supported proudly by Steve Carper and the crew at O Street Carpet. Lincoln Christian started the game on a 10-0 run. Since then, North Bend Central has chipped away, and it's 16-12 in our 1-8 matchup here in Class C1. Alongside Lou Seifker, I'm Eric McKay. Glad you could join us here on News Channel Nebraska. Good closeout, good drive, good follow, good finish. That's Heiser cleaning up after the Deer King miss.
That's pretty good defense, too, NBC, but Lincoln Christian with the hustle play. Heiser gets the putback.
Heiser with 5. Empty corner, nothing there. Emmanuel off the angle screen, can't pivot into anything, so now Stirrup. From the left side, nothing with the roller. Shot clock becoming an issue. Down low, offensive foul called. They say Peterson a little too aggressive on the clear out.
NBC folks to our left are yelling that that was a flop.
Coach Stirrup certainly agrees. Good defense again, another turnover, and then a reach in. Trying to get the tie up. They get Kazabom.
Well, I think the style and the aggressiveness of NBC's defense gives them a chance in this ball game. I think they've really improved since that 10-0 start. And we talked about it at the outset, maybe some jitters are a little early, but once they get their defense going, they play a very good aggressive style of man-to-man and makes it very difficult for Christian to find quality shots.
Lauren Stirrup trying to get going. They've done a nice job erasing her. Drive and kick. Baseline. No call on the attempt there. Ailes pushes it up ahead. Trying to get it to Ailes down low off her shin. Mad scramble. Ball's loose. And a timeout called North Bend Central. We'll take one as well. It's 18-12 Lincoln Christian. This is the state tournament on News Channel Nebraska.
Your life can change with one heartbeat, and that was mine. Pregnant at 16, scared, and wondering how my mother would react was terrifying. This is Selma. I made the right decision. I can't imagine if I would have ended this beautiful life. Your baby is a person that deserves their life and your love. Adelina has filled my life with tremendous joy. There are difficult times, it's a life changer, but I wouldn't have had it any other way. My faith is my strength. You are not alone. Call your local pastor to talk.
Coach Scott Klein trying to get his team to pull away from the pesky 8 seed North Bend Central. A team who's won 15 of their last 16. Their only loss to a Pender team that currently in the second quarter is leading 8th seeded Howells Dodge 22-10. Here North Bend Central trailing 6. Early stages second quarter. Good closeout on the 3 attempt. Stirrup can't turn the corner. Back out to Stirrup. Steps through the lane. Beautiful move. The finger roll finds the bottom. Stirrup's first field goal.
Lincoln Christian now pushing the ball. They're trying to speed this game up.
Left block. Kazabom finds the bottom. She's got 6.
I'd say so far the tempo has been NBC's. It's a much slower game. You see Lincoln Christian making a concerted effort, even after a made basket, to move the ball up the floor.
Top side aggressive. Tied up. It'll stay with North Bend Central. Lou, I think one of the big keys for North Bend, they've done a nice job defensively. Down low, Kenna Ailes, 0 points on 0 of 2 shooting.
Yeah, that's outstanding. Kenna Ailes, we talked about it. She could do so many things offensively. Scoring a post. She's a really good three-point shooter and a pretty good passer as well. But they've been able to be pretty effective to take her out of the game so far.
One of those 2 attempts, by the way, a 3. So she's only got 1 attempt from inside the arc. Emmanuel can't get anything. Off the window, tough angle, rebound to Kazabom. Quickly ahead come the Crusaders. Off the curl, Ailes draws 2. Back out, wing 3, too strong. And the Tigers will let it go out of bounds to Lincoln Christian. Hey, folks, stick around. We got our halftime show coming up, presented by Visit Kearney. Find it all in Kearney.
Might have to wait till tomorrow to visit Kearney, but
If you're in Kearney already, you can probably
you can,
visit Kearney.
Yeah, if you live there, you can certainly visit.
Maybe.
Otherwise, stay off the roads probably today.
North Bend Central into the front court. Emmanuel found the cutter. Shot blocked. Up ahead comes Lincoln Christian. Casabom thought transition triple, lost her balance. In and out. Offensive rebound off the high glass, and the rebound to Stirrup. Casabom 0 for 5 from deep.
Lost her balance a little bit. Tried to square up to shoot and actually got off balance and was not able to get a clean look.
And a walk called. North Bend Central, who doing a concerted effort to drive at Lincoln Christian, helps so well defensively, though.
Yeah, they do an excellent job off ball with that off ball help. But that's NBC's game right now is dribble penetration, and we've heard the coaching staff yelling, drive and dish, drive and kick.
Beautiful screen and roll. Ailes has her first points off the feed from Heiser.
Yeah, basic play. They execute it well and get a layup out of that. That's a nice look there for Christian.
Crusaders lead swells back up to 8. Nice pass, low block, good position by Heiser. Lincoln Christian back the other way with it. Shot altered if not blocked. Emmanuel the rebound. Emmanuel wants to go coast to coast. Takes on Ailes one-on-one. Emmanuel with 6.
Emmanuel's one player for NBC that can match that speed of Lincoln Christian. She's a player, you see a lot more of that, of looking to push the ball up the floor on her own.
Step back triple off the mark. Crusaders have gone cold from deep. Foul on North Bend Central on the rebound. And now into the game for Lincoln Christian. Casabom returns, as does Livia Drivo. Lincoln Christian 0 for 4 from beyond the arc this quarter. They've missed their last 6, so they go back to the bread and butter, and it works pretty well.
Yeah, Muller there that's a tough time in the low block going one-on-one against Ailes. Ailes just sealed her off, got great position inside.
Emmanuel. Stuck in traffic. Gets to Stirrup. She's fouled. Trying to work to the rack. That foul on the floor called on Macy Pittenger, her first.
That's one thing that Lincoln Christian's been able to do is kind of pack it in that lane and try to slow down the dribble drive for NBC. That's where NBC's got to be able to kick it out and knock down some threes and force that defense to open up a little bit.
Stirrup got a clear out. Too strong on the triple. Rebound to Drivo. Ailes surveys, takes it herself. Got the defender to fall. Draws help, draws damage. And she'll shoot.
I got a feeling that Kenna Ailes is kind of saying, enough of this. I'm going to start scoring. Had a great job a moment ago getting the position in the low block. That time off the dribble. Takes it right at a couple of defenders and draws the foul.
Can't get the first free throw to drop. Stick around, folks. We'll take a look at our halftime highlights. Brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Also brought to you by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Aurora. We talked about free throw shooting. Ailes 73% on the season as a 6-foot post. Splits the pair. All 5 of her points have come this quarter. Van Ampting back in for North Bend Central. Ailes will take a rest with 2:43 to go in the half.
Well, we'll see how NBC kind of approaches. Now it looks like, now that I say that, it looks like Lincoln Christian's going to pick it up defensively and pick up at the timeline.
Nice job to keep it alive by Stirrup. Emmanuel will head to the line. Boy, she's so good at just finding her shot.
Yeah, it really is. She's the one player that can really create off the dribble. It's a lot of Caitlin, a lot of Sydney Emmanuel.
Yep.
I mean, so many great Emmanuels that have gone through NBC, and reason that there's 4 state championships in a row. And Lindsay very much in that same mold.
Foul called on Heiser, her second. She'll sit. Ailes returns to the game for Lincoln Christian. Second free throw good for Emmanuel. 3 this quarter, 7 for the game. That leads the way for North Bend Central. Hanging around with the top seed in the opener. The winner gets either Gothenburg or Bridgeport. The 4-5 game you will see immediately following the conclusion of this one. What a screen set for Macy Pittenger there. That was all Mattia Kazabaum, though, clearing out 2 defenders.
Kazabaum's played very, very well.
In and out, Kazabaum the rebound. About the one thing Kazabaum hasn't done is what she's known for, making threes. Other than that, she's been brilliant today. Loose ball, out of bounds. After some discussion, it'll go to North Bend Central. Kazabaum has 6 points, but she's 0 for 5 from deep. She's a 36% three-point shooter on the year.
6 points and 4 rebounds, but another one of those players that does the little things. We saw the screen a moment ago, a very effective screen, those things that win basketball games.
Back to a 10-point lead. That equals Lincoln Christian's largest. Emmanuel pulls up. Can't fill it up. Ailes the board. Ailes top of the key. Pittenger. Baseline off the window, good. Jessa Heiser with 7.
Heiser just ran that baseline, got a nice bounce pass off the dribble penetration. Lincoln Christian starting to get some real solid looks there around the basket.
Emmanuel, defender slipped, off the heel, rebound, tracked down by Lincoln Christian. Kazabaum's off and running. Here come the Crusaders, what a move! Oh, Mattia Kazabaum!
Wow. That was so good. I think people at NBC wanted to say that was a travel, but it would look so good. It's like, okay, I'll give
Let her have it. I think the pivot foot was down. I think that was legal.
Yeah, that was a great move.
Driving kick, short on the 3. Shot clock's off for Heiser. She doesn't care. Off and running for Lincoln Christian again. They've extended their largest lead now to 16 as Kenna Ailes, perfect from the field this quarter, and even with 22 seconds to go in the half, North Bend Central needs a timeout. We'll take one as well. Crusaders have arrived. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Speedy Mart. When you have to fuel your journey and feed the crew, whether it's many or a few, Speedy Mart is fresh, ready, super clean, and convenient.
Here, customers can expect the highest quality fuel that they deserve.
And when you make a pit stop, it's gotta be fast. Easy in, easy out. Speedy Mart for the win.
North Bend Central's fans hoping for something to cheer for as we wrap up the first half here in this Class C quarterfinal on News Channel Nebraska.
Tigers likely going to hold the basketball here and take the last shot. NBC really was able late in that quarter to speed things up, and that's allowed them to extend the lead.
Emmanuel over the defender. Oh, what a shot! A little bit of life for North Bend Central as we end the first half, but it's Lincoln Christian, the top seed, controlling things at the break. 33-20. Emmanuel from deep. 13-point lead for the Crusaders. Halftime show next. This is News Channel Nebraska.
Liberty First Credit Union. It's for you. Do you live in Nebraska or the surrounding states? Then it's for you. Want to earn cash back on your transactions? Then it's for you. Are you ready to start banking with purpose? Then Liberty First Credit Union? It's for you. We're not your typical credit union. We support you with personalized banking that's open to everyone. Start banking with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. We're for you.
everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry because you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do, just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
State basketball on NCN is brought to you by Unity Eye Centers, your provider of choice for complete vision care for all ages. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today. See the trainer. Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't see just anyone. See the trainer. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln. Proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
Everyone here at State is trying to become state champion. These guys, they've already done it. As a matter of fact, they've done it 4 straight years. They're fired up about it. What makes the Lincoln Christian Band special?
Just the type of community that we have together and the great bond that we have, and we have a great time together. It's just great energy.
You don't see too many Class C1 bands with 3 electric guitars. What's that do to the mood here?
Oh, I hope it lightens the mood and makes it fun here. So we do our best. We always play. It's a lot of fun for us to be here and support our team.
What's it like helping contribute to the atmosphere of big-time basketball games?
Oh, man, it's amazing, man. The fans love it. Everybody loves it. The players love it. And we just out here having fun, rocking out, playing songs. We love it. It's awesome. It's amazing.
All right, you guys don't have guitars. What instruments do you play?
I play the trombone. Saxophone. Saxophone. Trumpet.
And I heard and cowbell. That's important, too.
You know, I got a fever, and the only way to cure it is more cowbell. Come on!
You guys gonna have fun in Lincoln this week?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
I love the suit coat, by the way.
And I love the bibs. What's up with everyone looking so good?
We really wanted, we didn't have a really theme. We just had to get it together. So the theme is blackout, but we just wanted to wear them to just show off our support for the team wearing the blue and white. Oh, yeah.
School spirit, yeah. School spirit.
Represent.
Lincoln Christian's band is representing, and right now the Crusaders have the lead here in the Class C1 quarterfinals.
I think Michael should be wearing those bibs. Thank you, Michael. It is a day like today where you could skate here, that you appreciate the ability to have an indoor arena to watch sports. And folks, coming soon, the Kearney Sportsplex, owned by the city of Kearney, opening this spring, will feature a 59,000 square foot hardwood gymnasium, 3,000 plus seating, 8 regulation high school basketball courts, 12 volleyball courts. You can put 20 plus wrestling mats in there. And the best part about it, Lou, it's inside. No slipping on ice in the Kearney Sportsplex.
Yeah, and it's coming spring 2025. It's March. Does anybody tell Mother Nature that spring is coming? We want to go to the Kearney Sportsplex and have a lot of fun and such a great facility, but spring has got to come before that opens up.
Absolutely. Hopefully it will be soon. It will be located on Eunice Drive, which puts it conveniently near all the hotels, the restaurants, and the new Visit Kearney Center, the Kearney Sportsplex, opening this spring. Hey, there's Class C1, everybody. We've got North Bend Central, the top seed, taking on Lincoln Christian, the winner of that. A very interesting 4-5 matchup. Another team used to being here at State, Lou, Bridgeport. They're back again. Without the Loomis Girdle sisters, they've still put together a tremendous year. And Gothenburg, a team that's seen a lot of success. I'm very fascinated by that 4-5 matchup that we'll see at the conclusion of this one.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun one. Very interesting. You mentioned Bridgeport playing. They're 25-1. You wondered with the Loomis Girdle sisters being gone now, they maybe take a step back. They might be better this season, so that's going to be a fun one.
There you see the bracket. All 4 of those quarterfinal matchups you will see here on News Channel Nebraska today. Our afternoon slate features Minden taking on Scotia Central Catholic. I think that might be the best 2-7 matchup of the day, by the way. That's a great game. And Milford-Arlington, a couple of teams looking for some success, a couple teams that haven't been here in a while.
Yeah.
Lou, this is a fun Class C1 bracket this year.
Well, I guarantee you that last game, I guarantee you the Eagles are going to win that game.
That's a Lou Siefker guarantee.
Guarantee.
Take it to the bank, if you can, if the roads are open. More halftime show coming up next. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
This is Emily with Family Physical Therapy at our Fountain Point location. Family Physical Therapy offers physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Our therapists are highly trained and certified in a variety of techniques, offering individualized care designed specifically to meet your needs. Our patients are welcome to a friendly environment, and our therapists are driven by their patients succeeding and meeting their goals. Family Physical Therapy proudly serving various locations throughout central and northeast Nebraska. Our goal is to get you back to work, back to play, back to life.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
Start your next journey with Woodhouse. Our commitment extends beyond just selling cars. We offer an unparalleled car buying experience that allows you to shop and buy all online. Explore an array of new brands, makes, and models, as well as our large selection of pre-owned vehicles. And it's easy to get started today with our streamlined purchasing process online, granting you the freedom to secure your next vehicle anytime, anywhere. Discover a better way to buy with Woodhouse.
to 20, Lincoln Christian with the lead over North Bend Central at the break alongside Lou Siefker. I'm Eric McKay. Let's take a look at our halftime highlights, which are brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones can be found at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations. Also by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Aurora. Lou, it looked like early on Lincoln Christian was going to dominate this game from outside. They've gone cold from three after that make there. They really haven't been getting it from deep. It's been plays like that inside that's allowed them to extend this lead.
Yeah, I think both teams have been able to attack off the dribble, get the ball in the paint, and make plays. We see that three-pointer go down, but you're right. Lincoln Christian kind of went cold from the perimeter. You know, I think this game's going to boil down in the second half as tempo. That's going to be important. Lincoln Christian really tried to speed it up at the end of the game, end of the quarter rather, before halftime, and did so pretty successfully. I think the Tigers are going to want to try to run that half court, be physical, get to the foul line, and slow this game down. See Stair up there with a nice move. That's the sort of plays I think NBC is going to look to try to execute here in the second half.
Lou, we talked about Lincoln Christian going cold from deep. From inside the arc, they're 11 of 16, 14 for 29 overall. It's when they've been able to get it down low in plays like this. If North Bend Central can't stop that, it's going to be hard to come back.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult. And also the transition game. Lincoln Christian, one thing we haven't really seen is there a lot of transition. And one thing they do well in transition is shoot threes off transition. That's going to be important for them to stop. That shot right there by Emmanuel was big here to end the half. Just to give a little bit of momentum, it felt like Lincoln Christian really starting to pull away. It was 33-17 before Emmanuel knocked down a three. Still down 13, but we've seen it before. A team like NBC can hang around and make this thing interesting.
Michael Shively, the third member of our broadcast crew, had a chance to speak with both coaches. Michael, what are we going to see in the second half?
Well, neither coach particularly thrilled with that first half. Talking to Scott Klein of Lincoln Christian, he said at moments in that half, there's too much individual work going on. They need to get the ball inside to Kenna Ailes, let her go to work. Everything will go inside out for Lincoln Christian in half number 2. For Coach Sterup for North Bend Central, he said there was just a 4-minute stretch where they let it get away from them, that it fell apart. He said it's critical here in half number 2 that they don't allow as many offensive rebounds. He told the team, we just need to focus on doing our thing and playing the best 16 minutes of basketball that they can.
The halftime show is proudly presented by Visit Kearney. Find it all in Kearney.
Sportsmanship embodies respect, fairness, and integrity in competition.
By showing good sportsmanship, you are respecting everyone's love for the game.
Show integrity, stay positive, and make the game enjoyable for everyone involved. Sportsmanship is at an all-time low and needed now more than ever. Whether you're on the court or in the stands, be courteous to everyone. It's the best way to be involved in the game.
Sportsmanship is a reflection of not only you, but your parents, your school, and your community.
Getting set to start the second half. Our third quarter is brought to you by Husker Rehab. Choose the medical clinic your friends recommend. 5-star patient-rated Dr. Harper and Spanel, plus their specialists, one patient at a time. We're getting set to start the third quarter. Lincoln Christian. It'll be interesting, what Coach Klenn mentioned, Lou. I imagine we're going to see some early Kenna Ailes touches here.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the focus. As Michael said, inside out for Lincoln Christian. If they can get the ball effectively into Ailes, you're going to have some open spot-up shooters.
They go with Kazabaum on the dribble drive. She was the leading scorer for them in the first half with 8. Emmanuel off and running off the rebound, off the window and good. And North Bend Central strikes first in the second half. Lindsay Emmanuel leads all scorers with 12.
Yeah, again, she's the one player, I think, on this NBC team that can do what you just saw. Take that ball and go coast to coast and play at a faster pace.
Short-armed on the floater. Stir up the rebound. That's Jessa Hazer. She had 7 points, 4 rebounds in the first half. Emmanuel not shy. Blocked, out of bounds. North Bend Central will keep.
I think you want to see a lot of that, though, with Emmanuel attacking and creating.
Stirrup off the inbound. That shot blocked by Hazer. Kazabaum had it, lost it. And now Emmanuel will track it down. Lauren Stirrup just 3 points in the first half. Emmanuel can't hit from mid-range. Deer King the board. North Bend Central trying to play at a quicker pace. They tried the cutback. They'll call the foul on North Bend Central, much to the chagrin of the Tiger faithful. That's on Lauren Stirrup.
I think it's going to be difficult, I think, Eric, for NBC to maintain that through 2 quarters against a Lincoln Christian team that's very, very effective at pushing that tempo.
Straight away, triple try, missed everything. Lincoln Christian just 3 of 14 from deep, and those 3 makes came in the first quarter.
Yeah, and a really good three-point shooting team, so that's got to inspire you a little bit right now for NBC. Down 11, this game is a long way from over, but you gotta really attack and be the aggressor, I think, here in this third quarter.
Swiped, Kazabaum in transition, finger roll too strong, followed, can't fill it up. And a foul called on the rebound attempt, and now Lincoln Christian missing from in close. 0 for 5 to start the second half.
Heiser got that rebound, but did not finish the play. But it's those turnovers you saw there, the live ball turnovers. If NBC does that, you're not going to be in this ball game, because normally Lincoln Christian very good at just finishing off opponents with that sort of play.
Another missed 3 for Lincoln Christian. And back comes Stirrup. The pirouette, the finish, and the foul.
That's a great job by NBC. You're right, they're looking to push the ball down the floor. Stirrup with a left-handed finish there. A chance now for the three-point play. So a big bucket here for the Tigers.
And finishes the three-point play. Stirrup now with 6, doubling up her offensive output. North Bend Central forcing Lincoln Christian to slow it down a bit into the half court. Help side comes. Ailes kicks out. Kazabaum wants 3. They are stymied from deep. Muller the rebound.
And sometimes you start missing, it becomes catchy. You know, it's like a bug going around the team. Somebody's got to step up and knock a couple down and open that hoop up.
Ailes prevented the Emmanuel trigger. Now it's Stirrup. Baseline. Off the window. Yes! Lauren Stirrup starting to open things up. It's a 2-possession game.
Very effective shot fake that time by Stirrup. Got the defender out of position and blew past her.
Lincoln Christian needs to commiserate. We take a timeout as well. 6-point game in the 1-8 matchup. And it's Lauren Stirrup starting to heat up. She's got 8. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Here's what you can expect on News Channel Nebraska. The top local news headlines all morning, plus 8 a.m. Mass with Father Joe. Stay up to date throughout the afternoon with the NCN News app. And tune back into NCN throughout the evening for the latest developments on major stories along with live high school and college sports. News Channel Nebraska. Independent media for all Nebraskans.
Again, here in our third quarter, brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. Lincoln Christian trying to find the symptoms for this North Bend Central run. Their lead's been trimmed to 6. It's been as much as 13.
The Tigers have played really good defense, and they've been able to make shots to get back in this ball game.
Tried the screen and roll, but good help defense. Ailes called for the walk. Tigers not going anywhere.
Yeah, NBC down 6. I don't know that, sometimes when a team, especially playing Lincoln Christian, you get down big, you think they're probably going to fold. Nobody thought that about NBC.
Nope.
This team is too good and been here too many times to just simply go away.
They've been down by as much as 16. That was late second quarter. Now they're down 6. Oh, Emmanuel had the putback there, but a foul called, offensive foul on the clear out. They call a moving screen on McCray Muller. That's her second.
Boy, that's unfortunate for the Tigers, because if that basket counts, boy, we got a ball game. I mean, we still have a ball game, but you'd only be down 4 with a lot of time left to play. And we say that a lot with you playing a team like Lincoln Christian, a number 1 undefeated team. That puts a lot of pressure on them the closer you are later in the game.
Long rebound off the 3, tracked down by Pittenger. Nice pass down low. That ends the 10-0 run. And now we've got, Stirrup is bleeding. She took a shot to the mouth. They're going to pause, make sure she's okay. The shot will count.
And Stirrup says she's fine. Tough player. I think the shot is going to count.
Yep, they get Samantha Deerking. That's her first field goal. So that ends the 10-0 run. That's Lincoln Christian's first points in about 6 minutes of game action.
Yeah, 33 points at halftime. So only 2 points here in the first half of the third quarter. So credit NBC defensively and making Christian really work hard to find any quality looks.
Emmanuel, aggressive. Fouled on the floor. That's going to be the 3rd on Pittenger.
Lindsay Emmanuel, a lot like her sisters, very nice young lady, and
Yeah.
You would think, but as on the basketball court, they're assassins.
Fierce.
Absolutely great competitors.
From the low block, shot block. And then a jump ball, however, will be called off the rebound. That's good hustle by Beebe, and it will go back to North Bend Central.
Wow. Well, Tigers now, you've got to, we get these chances, you've got to make them count.
Set up well. The three not there. Ailes skying, lost it out of bounds. Goes back to North Bend Central.
I think Ailes wanted a foul. I think she thought she had inside position. Watch this as the ball. If she had inside position, well, that's another one that could really gone either way.
Drive in the lane, tied up. Possession arrow now going Lincoln Christian's way. Lou, the Crusaders seem just kind of a little wobbly right now.
Yeah, the down up 8 here, but it feels kind of uneasy. An 8-point lead. It's not, but you're playing NBC.
Yep.
Lincoln Christian going to try to extend this lead, but they've really struggled to score the basketball here in the third quarter.
Just 1 of 9 from the field in the third. Tough angle on the pass. Shot clock down to 10. Ailes still looking for her first points of the half. Loses it through the double team. Turned over. But before the turnover, the officials say Lincoln Christian called timeout. So we'll take one as well. 3:15 to go in the third. The Tigers making the top seed nervous. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Teammates mentoring is in need of mentors, especially for students in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. Meeting with a student just once a week in school can make a positive impact on their life by providing a sense of hope and helping them reach their full potential. 92% of teammates mentors report that they leave their mentoring time in a better mood than when they arrive. So what are you waiting for? Head over to Teammates Outdoor today to learn more information about how you can get involved. Join the team. Be a mentor.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. The Carpet Shop, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years. And by See the Trainer with locations in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte.
Back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, North Bend Central down 8. Lincoln Christian, NBA range 3, missed everything. Offensive rebound, but the shot clock did not reset, so it'll go back to North Bend Central. Lou, they cannot buy one from deep. No makes from beyond the arc since the first quarter.
Boy, yeah, it looked like they were going to really, be Lincoln Christian and knock down a lot of threes in this game, but since that first quarter, really nothing.
3 for 17 from deep. Now North Bend Central once again trying to make it a 2-possession game. Emmanuel, the drive, the dish. In and out, Ailes the rebound. Casabon pulls up, floater, good, and one. She's been the catalyst for them today, Lou.
Yeah, Mattia Kasselbaum has played very well in this ballgame. Done a lot of things, whether it's rebounding, setting screens, and now knocking down a big shot. Gets fouled. Yeah, Lincoln Christian just needed something to fall, and Kasselbaum took care of that.
Foul was called on Emmanuel, her second. Can't complete the three-point play. Beebe clears it. Kasabam in double figures. First Lincoln Christian player to get there. Stirrup rising, fires. Fouled. That foul called on Pittenger. That's her first.
Well, I think between Emmanuel and Stirrup, being able to take Christian into the lane off the dribble and get to the foul line, I think this is kind of the recipe for success here, along with the playing great defense on the other end and making Christian work and try to find quality shots in their offense. Gives you a chance here, I think. The misses that free throw, but that sort of physical, slower pace, I think, favors the Tigers.
Lauren Stirrups had a very good quarter. 6 this quarter, 9 for the game. Back to a 9-point lead. Ailes, good position, heads to the line. I mean, when she gets that seal one-on-one, Lou, there's nothing you're going to be able to do.
Yeah, I think that's what Coach Klein wants them to do more is to get the ball in the post like that. And if you can do that with some regularity, you're going to force NBC to double team down low. And again, that opens up the 3-point shots that. Oh my goodness!
Wow.
That was about a 10-second free throw, right? I mean, that bouncing around the rim.
A shot clock violation, waiting for that thing to drop.
But you get the opportunity to get some open 3-point looks if you're forced to double down in the post on Ailes.
Both missed.
Wow.
Rebound pulled down by Lincoln Christian, tied up. Possession arrow gets it to North Bend Central. Livia Drivo did a nice job to pull that down, but
got the
back to the Tigers.
Got the rebound, but didn't keep the ball up high. If you keep the ball high, you force if they're going to try to tie you up, they're likely going to get called for the foul. You bring it down. Much easier to tie you up when the ball's around your waist.
Muller crosses up, splits the defense, lost it. Now Lincoln Christian wants to run. Outlet pass, left side, foul called. And that'll send Drivo to the line on a manual, I believe. Look out. Our cameraman Josiah down there.
Push the ball up the floor and challenge our NCN camera people there.
Josiah's doing a great job. He's got to know to take the charge there, though.
Yeah, I think his feet were set.
I think so. I think that would have been an offensive foul. Granted, he's holding thousands of dollars worth of equipment, so I get it.
But I think what you saw there with Lincoln Christian is one thing they haven't done a lot. They haven't been able to do a lot against NBC is just get out and run with the basketball. I think they're exceptional at that. And NBC has limited that. The transition game really hasn't been there for Lincoln Christian in this one.
Foul shooting hasn't been there either. Just 1 of 5 this quarter. What a drive! Off the window, Emmanuel with 14.
Such a quality player.
Open 3. That one missed. Offensive rebound. Drivo, quality minutes off the bench.
Another offensive rebound. That time, Drivo just took it right up and scored. That's a big bucket here to extend the lead to double figures before the half, or
Another
before the
swipe.
third quarter.
Pittenger, Emmanuel back. Pittenger takes a run, switches to the right hand, and draws damage.
Well, that was the 12th turnover for NBC, and you're in this ball game, but you just can't have those turnovers, especially those live ball ones where Christian can push the ball down the floor.
Free throw up and good. And a timeout will be called by North Bend Central. We'll take one as well. Crusaders starting to heat up again. Can the Tigers hang around? You're watching the C1 quarterfinals on News Channel Nebraska.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back in
back.
the future.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. We have wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
Well, it might be Tiger territory, but the Crusaders are navigating it pretty well. Up 11, third quarter, but it hasn't been easy. Alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay. Lincoln Christian has weathered probably their worst shooting performance of the season, still with a chance to go up 12 here from the land of the free.
And one thing we haven't talked a lot about is coming into a building like this. It's different from a high school gym, whether it's Pinnacle Bank or even Devaney. It's just a different backdrop when you're trying to shoot those perimeter shots. And sometimes it takes teams, maybe a game like Lincoln Christian here today, to kind of adjust to that.
It is funny. You are right, but this was the 9 a.m. game last year. Most of these girls were in this game.
Yeah.
So it's not a new feeling. It's still tough. It's 9 a.m.
Right.
There's like ice everywhere. There's a lot that goes into it. Stirrup off the heel. Battle for the rebound. Stirrup tracks it down. Finds Emmanuel. She'll head to the line.
That's a great job by Stirrup to battle and get that rebound. Those kind of loose ball rebounds. I mean, that one was up in the air, but it was it's kind of a 50-50 play. Stirrup kept it alive, and then I don't know that there's anybody better at drawing fouls, leaning into defenders than Lindsay Emmanuel.
She's got 15. That leads all scorers. As you see Coach Stirrup and his staff. That whole staff, they've been together a long time.
I've done a lot of winning there at North Bend Central.
Speaking of their East Husker conference mates, Pender is in the fourth quarter up 20 on 8-seed Howells Dodge.
Good luck, D1.
Yeah, we'll have some D1 games later today, but Pender, that's going to be a tough out. Ailes misses from 3. Offensive rebound. Boy, Drevo's played a quality quarter.
That's 3 offensive rebounds in this quarter.
Heiser. From the wing, that one goes. For the first time since the first quarter, Lincoln Christian is hit from deep. It's Dierking.
Yeah, Dierking took her time that shot, squared up, and made that one count.
That was a big one. Back up to 13 now. Can North Bend Central answer? They cannot. Rebound to Ailes. Final shot coming. It's Ailes off the window. Yes! Tantalizingly staying on the rim before falling, and a mini run has got Lincoln Christian rolling after 3. Take another look. Ailes. She might not be in English class, but she put some English on it today. Crusaders up 15. This is NCN.
Life can move at a pretty fast pace here in Nebraska. From lights on to lights out, there's no stopping our work ethic. That's why at Nebraska Public Power District, we take pride in keeping you going. Pride in knowing that your power grid is consistently ranked one of the nation's most reliable and resilient. We take on the challenges 24/7 because electricity is the lifeblood of your day, and powering your day is what motivates us to do our very best. NPPD, powering our state, empowering your life.
Hi, this is Misty. Here at Family Physical Therapy, we strive to go beyond your symptoms, ensuring you have access to quality, individualized care. We offer physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Family Physical Therapy has an excellent staff that cares about our patients' success. Whether you're suffering from a sports injury, a stroke, or working to improve balance and coordination, Family Physical Therapy is here to help. When you're here, you're family. Visit us at one of our many Nebraska locations today.
Fourth quarter at the Bob Devaney Sports Arena, brought to you by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at Lincoln.org. Lincoln offering up a lot of good basketball over the next 3 days. Our first game heads to the fourth quarter. Lincoln Christian, a mini burst of offense at the end of that third. Lewis got them up 15.
That close was big in that third quarter. Yeah, 15-point lead here in the fourth quarter, going to be very difficult for NBC. The other thing Lincoln Christian did very well in that quarter was rebound. There actually several offensive rebounds in that quarter kept possessions alive.
Emmanuel off and running. Kennedy Ailes with 9 points, although she has just 2 in the second half. Kassebaum leads Lincoln Christian in scoring with 10. They've been balanced. Dierking and Drevo were really their best players in that third quarter. There's Heiser with the block. North Bend got back. Ailes, oh my goodness. Foul on the rebound. You can see the frustration on Kenna Ailes' face. These are shots she makes, Lou, 999 times out of 1,000.
Yeah, for sure. Looked like she might have got bumped by Emmanuel on that shot. Didn't get the foul call, but did get the foul called on the rebound attempt.
That was on Peterson, her third. Off the inbound, right back up with it. Good defense by Emmanuel. Quick trigger triple at the other end, missed everything. There for the boards, Peterson. Emmanuel. Pivots right into the help side defense with a foul call. Lincoln Christian fans don't like it. That'll be called on Castlebaum, who was the help defender.
Yeah, Castlebaum looked perplexed by that call, but comes over there on that help side.
Back to the inbounder. That's Emmanuel, and one. Off the feed from Van Amting, Lindsay Emmanuel. She says not ready to have her high school career come to an end just yet.
They're going to will her team back in this ball game. Chance now for a three-point play. Close it to 12 with a free throw here. So still hanging around.
19 points for the senior. Mia Beebe back in for North Bend Central.
For the Tigers to have a chance here, you got to control the defensive glass. Give up 6 offensive rebounds in that third quarter to Lincoln Christian. You can't give them the second chance opportunities in this fourth quarter.
Weaving into the lane, Castlebaum. Heiser. Little motion offense from Lincoln Christian. North Bend keeping him in front. Oh, the lob. Heiser through contact. Heads to the line.
Ailes gets fouled, but you saw some frustration off that missed shot, although it was because of the foul. It wasn't just a missed shot, but that was a great play there. Get Ailes that basketball down low, and even though she's had a tough time knocking down shots in this one, that's a positive for Lincoln Christian. As often as you can do that, a lot of good things are going to happen around that.
Kenna Ailes now in double figures. Hits both. Leads Lincoln Christian in scoring, 11 points. She's got 8 boards as well. Hard-earned points today. Crunch time for North Bend. They need offense. Muller. Emmanuel cuts. Off the window.
Wow.
And one.
You want to talk about body control through contact. You watch it here as she gets the bounce pass off the cut and into traffic, into Ailes, off balance, still got that one to go. That's fantastic.
Lindsay Emmanuel with 22 to go along with 9 boards.
Whether NBC wins or not, I don't know that there's a better player in this class than Lindsay Emmanuel.
Off the cutback. Out of traffic, it's Ailes. Lincoln Christian not in any hurry now. Off the screen, the roll. Ailes draws damage. Well, she is so good in that screen and roll, Lou.
Really
she
is.
Really times her rolls well. That tall frame, able to catch the ball well.
Keep your hands up off of this after the screen and be able to catch where you can go up and score or maybe pass the basketball, but she has her hands ready, misses the free throw. But she's the one big advantage I think Lincoln Christian has in this game, and starting to really take advantage of that here late.
3 for 4 from the free throw line this quarter, 12 for the ball game. Steer it out of bounds to Lincoln Christian. Emmanuel was cutting, she slipped. Trying to navigate the traffic.
Yeah, the Steer was trying to do that dribble drive in the lane and throw that bounce pass off of cutting Emmanuel, but you're right, she slipped and timing was off, and another turnover for NBC.
Entry pass, Ailes, back out. Open 3, no. But that's what Lincoln Christian wants to do, Lou. That's their game.
Yep, absolutely. And I think if they're able to survive this game, that's going to be bad for the rest of the field because you don't figure they're going to have 2 rough shooting nights in a row.
That's a long 2 that finds the bottom. Toes were on the line. Lauren Stirrups had a nice second half, now in double figures.
Still only down 10. Not going away. Can they make a run?
Off the high post screen, back to Ailes. Can't get it to go, but she'll head to the line and shoot.
Well, again, that's the advantage that Lincoln Christian has that seems to be rather obvious is Kenna Ailes at that 6-foot frame, and we've talked about her ability to knock down threes. That hasn't been here today, but certainly getting the ball to her in the paint has been a big part of Lincoln Christian's game plan here in the second half, and it's working as they now up 11.
That foul, by the way, on Stirrup, that's her fourth. Ailes drills both. 5 of 6 from the land of the free this quarter, 14 for the ball game. Emmanuel, extra pass. Muller wants 3. Can't get it. Lincoln Christian off and running on the rebound. Trying to step through. And turn back over. Called an offensive foul, control foul on Casabon. That's her fourth.
Casabon basically went through Stirrup there. Now, last possession NBC had, they worked the basketball very well. Got a wide open 3. 4:20 to go, down 12. Those shots have to fall the rest of the way.
Hey, folks, stick around after the game. We'll talk to our player of the game, brought to you by Heritage at Fountain Point, also by Rowe, Buick and Grand Island, and Aurora. Long 2, not there. Rebound, Deerking. Wide open from the wing. Yes. Eventually, those are going to fall. Samantha Deerking with 2 this half. She's got 8.
Well, both teams have done that inside-out game. Dribble, penetration, kick out to shooters. And in this fourth quarter, Tigers missed a wide-open 3, and Christian knocks it down and extends that lead to 15. Now under 4 to go. It's going to be very difficult for the Tigers.
North Bend needs points in a hurry. Lincoln Christian's led by as much as 16. That was late second quarter. The Tigers had a 10-0 run to get within 6. They've been able to get no closer. Shot clock at issue. Down to 7. Muller from mid-range. Offensive rebound. Put back, yes, and a foul. That's Reese Peterson. First points of the half.
Wow, how about Reese Peterson? That's a big-time bucket there. She's the only player since the first quarter for NBC to get an offensive rebound. Has 2 in the quarter, none bigger than that one. Chance now for the three-point play.
Can't complete it. Ailes the rebound. She's now 1 board away from a double-double. Extra pass down low, batted back to Heiser. The back down, foul on the floor. No, 3 seconds called. And it goes back to North Bend Central. Hey, stick around after the game. We'll take a look at our top plays. Those brought to you by Currency.
Well, turnover gives NBC a little bit of life here. Can they take advantage of it?
From the wing. Step through, missed everything. Rebound to Drevo. Time on North Bend Central, or not on North Bend Central's side, I should say. Lincoln Christian up 13 with 2.5 to go. Open triple, too strong. Rebound North Bend, they're taken off the floor. And back comes Lincoln Christian to force the tie-up. It'll stay with the Tigers. Pittenger.
Well, obviously now I think you got to get the ball to Emmanuel and let her create and see what comes of that. You got to score quickly here.
That's what they do. Emmanuel scoops it with the left hand. Rebound to Drevo. Well, she's had a nice half.
Yeah, really good on the boards has Drevo been.
And a timeout called Lincoln Christian. We'll take one as well. 2:01 to go. Can the top seed finish off North Bend Central? Find out next. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
The air inside your home can be 2 to 5 times more polluted than outside air. John Henry's priority is keeping your home safe and healthy for you and your family. Cleaning your home's air duct system is an important part of that goal. Our service professionals will clean your air ducts using top-of-the-line equipment that pulls air in reverse through the duct system, while using compressed air and agitation tools to remove unwanted particles. Once the air is discharged, it runs through 3 stages of filtration, leaving your air duct system restored and functioning cleaner than ever. Contact John Henry's today and schedule your steps to a healthier home.
State basketball on NCN is brought to you by Heritage at Fountain Point, redefining senior living with a steadfast commitment to comfort, compassion, and dignity. Agri-City Insurance, protecting what you grow. And by Family Physical Therapy and Sports Center, getting you back in the game.
Lincoln Christian looking for win number 37 in a row. One of the best girls basketball programs in Nebraska history, trying to add another title to their storied, epic history. 2 minutes away from doing so here and advancing to the semifinals. Shot clock down to 10. Trevo shuffled the feet. No. Call away from the ball. They'll get a hold on Emmanuel. That is her 4th and team 5th. So now Lincoln Christian heading to the line.
Ailes with a chance to really ice this ball game if it isn't already there. Up 13, under 2 to play, 1:45 to be exact.
Well, Lincoln Christian, you'd say likely will hold on to a 13-point lead with 1:45 to go, but they got to kind of shake this one off a little bit to get ready for the semifinals on Friday.
Yeah, I think that this is a better shooting team that we've seen today, but you got to give NBC a lot of credit. Yeah. I think they've made them work a great deal of this especially here in the second half, to find anything quality in their half court.
You'll see that semifinal on Friday. That'll open things up here in Lincoln on News Channel Nebraska. That's off the mark. Emmanuel, the rebound, fell on the floor. Just constantly looking to sacrifice the body. And if they can't complete the comeback, what a final game and what a career for Lindsay Emmanuel.
22 points, 11 rebounds right now. That's pending a couple of free throws.
Hits the front end.
Yeah, I think, again, with Lincoln Christian, assuming they win, and looks like they're going to, and I think at the semifinals, and if you make it to the finals, you want to try to play a faster-paced game and get more transition looks than they did today.
There's the double-double for Ailes. Now 15 points, 10 rebounds. Good stop by Kazabom. Well, she was so big for them in the first half of this game, Lou. She's been a little quiet in the second, but she made a lot of plays for the Crusaders today.
They did a lot of the little things for Lincoln Christian.
Long rebound tracked down by Deerking. Lincoln Christian starting to feel it now. Back in the semifinals. This will be win number 37 in a row. They'll face either Gothenburg or Bridgeport. That 4-5 matchup you will see coming up here on News Channel Nebraska following the conclusion of this one. The drive and kick, the 3 short, the rebound to North Bend. Shot clock is off. North Bend Central will finish the season 20-8 as they call timeout. We'll take one as well. 15-point lead for Lincoln Christian. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Liberty First Credit Union. It's for you. You live in Nebraska or the surrounding states? Then it's for you. Want to earn cash back on your transactions? Then it's for you. Are you ready to start banking with purpose? Then Liberty First Credit Union? It's for you. We're not your typical credit union. We support you with personalized banking that's open to everyone. Start banking with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. We're for you.
Lincoln Christian, boy, their fans out in full force. That student section's about 10 rows deep. Out here supporting a winner. An impressive showing both from the fans and by the top seed Crusaders today. About to advance to the semifinals. Good strong drive. Plinko chips down and the foul called. That'll send Reese Peterson to the line. You look at North Bend Central. I mean, this run might not be over this year.
Yeah.
Oren Stirrup's going to be back. McCray Schmidt's going to be back. Reese Peterson's going to be back. As the subs come in.
Yeah, you got Ailes and Castlebaum that you're going to lose, but a lot of talent coming back. NBC, you've got players like Stirrup here that comes out of the ball game who has been very, very good for them. Obviously, Emmanuel as well.
Emmanuel's day done. She finishes with 22. Free throw not there. Battle for the rebound, won by Lexi Pittenger. And a foul called by Peterson. That allows one more sub to come in for North Bend Central. That'll be Hallie Model. And so Lincoln Christian.
With 37 in a row, that's pretty impressive.
What a run.
The only thing I've ever done 37 times in a row is search for my car keys.
In like 1 hour.
It's like a day.
Lexi Pittenger with 4. She'll look to make it 5 here. This Lincoln Christian team, Lou, so balanced. Not one thing that you can focus on. And even today, when North Bend Central plays them well defensively, they just found ways, found the pieces that they needed.
There's so many options. Yeah, so many options on that team. So many players that can step up and make plays.
Shot on the way, blocked. And that'll do it. Lincoln Christian victorious once again. For the 37th time in a row, the Crusaders get the W. And now they're on to the semifinals. 60-45 your final. Post-game show coming up. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Zollner Ford in Beatrice has options to make the process of buying or maintaining vehicles easy and enjoyable. If you have your sights on a new vehicle, a member of our sales team would love to show it to you in the warmth of our showroom or bring it right to your driveway. For maintenance, we offer a few options to make service appointments convenient, like free pickup and delivery within 25 miles of Beatrice, including all of Lincoln. We can also come to you with our mobile service unit to help quickly get going again. Zollner Ford in Beatrice. Sales and service with a smile.
State basketball on NCN is brought to you by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Chevy in Aurora. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
My name is Jesse Moore. Our 22-year-old son died from suicide. My journey with Caden's death was leading me down many dark paths, of which none included blaming God. It would have been easy, and he would have accepted it. How or why? I did not. I am not sure of other than the signs that only Jesus could have possibly controlled were put in front of me from the moment of this horrible family event. The only way I found to ease the pain of losing Caden was the time that I was able to spend in prayer with Jesus. If you are struggling, contact your local pastor or priest or call 988.
Just finished an epic game? Keep the excitement going with a stop at Good To Go convenience store on your way home. Refuel with a fresh coffee. Grab a tasty sandwich and fill up your tank to be ready for the next adventure. Whether you're celebrating a win or discussing the highlights, Good To Go has all your post-game refreshments covered. Make it a part of your game day routine.
Good To Go post-game snacks.
State basketball on NCN is brought to you by Unity Eye Centers, your provider of choice for complete vision care for all ages. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
The winning Crusaders head coach Scott Klein. Coach, even when you're used to being at state, that first one has to feel good. What happened today to get the win?
Yeah, it feels real good. You know, you just never know. Like I told you before the game, that playing at 9 o'clock in the morning, you know, that's not natural. So, you know, we actually just come out and we started really well this game. You know, it does feel good. You know that we've kind of had a lot of pressure this year, being the defending champs and being undefeated. But you know, we haven't talked about being undefeated this year. It's just one game at a time. So I'm happy we got the win, and we can practice tomorrow, and we'll come back play at PBA on Friday morning.
You got out to that 10-0 lead, but it always felt like North Bend would have an answer, cut it to 6 or 7, but your team would then get right back. What's that say about the resilience of this team? They had confidence the whole way.
Yeah, we did. You know, and we've been talking a lot of our big games this year, like Milford and Malcolm and Pius. We didn't get off to a good start. I had to get a timeout called early in the games. We were down 11-2 and 8-2, so we kind of tried something a little different today in terms of what we want to do. A couple sets out of the go off the tip, and we got a bucket right away, which kind of got us going. But I mean, these girls have been there. You know, all 4 returning starters. They've played on this floor, so I don't have to use a lot of timeouts with them. I kind of let them play through it. We just got to come back tomorrow, practice. We got to get better, and you know, North Bend's a good team. Like they're won 20 games for how many years in a row, and they got some good players, and they take advantage of some opportunities. And so now we'll get home, we'll get rest, we'll watch this game and see who we're going to play on Friday.
Well, your morning started with the Ailes family picking you up from your house to get you to the arena, and now Kenna's here having a great game. What can you say about her and the family?
I had a little struggle this morning. I got 2 vehicles stuck in my driveway, and so they live somewhat close to me, so I just called up her dad, and I said, hey, any chance you can come get me? And he came and picked me up, and I just love Coach. Kenna's been with me now 4 years. She's an amazing player, but even better, Christian. She's just fun to be around. She knows the game of basketball, and in big games, she was getting beat up and pushed around in there tonight. The officials let everybody play, but she held her own, and she had some big moments for us on ball screens and stuff like that. So I'm just happy she gets to play another game on Friday.
Well, congrats on the win, Coach. We'll see you in a couple days.
Thank you.
All right, Kenna, congratulations on the win. You got another double-double. It wasn't the best shooting day for Lincoln Christian, but you still had the lead throughout. What was your team's emphasis to have a comfortable lead and beat North Bend?
We've been working on rebounding and running, so that was one of our key focuses, just rebound it, get it, and go. And then we were working inside and out, trying to get it 2 and 3 sides to get open looks for everyone.
Reigning state champs, 37 straight wins. What motivates this team to keep going?
Yeah, I mean, we won it last year, and we're not stopping at that. We want it again, so we're going to work hard and get to the end and hopefully make history.
What's it going to take to keep that going, get a win in the semis, and get that ultimate goal of the championship?
Yeah, just hard work, not giving up and backing down or looking over any opponents, just working our hardest, leaving it all on the court for Saturday.
Did you know your family had to pick up Coach this morning?
Yes, I did.
Were you in the car too?
I wasn't. We took 2 cars so that I could get here.
Well, hoping the travel is easier here in a couple of days. Best of luck in the semifinals, Kenna.
Thank you.
That's the Lincoln Christian Crusaders after beating North Bend Central.
Thank you, Michael. Our player of the game, Kenna Ailes. That's brought to you by Heritage at Fountain Point. Redefining senior living with a steadfast commitment to comfort, compassion, and dignity. Heritage at Fountain Point in Norfolk. Living Better, also brought to you by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Buick in Aurora. Proud to sponsor the player of the game. Let's take a look at our top plays now, brought to you by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? All you need is Currency. Visit gocurrency.com. Class C1 quarterfinal opening the day at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, just like it did last year with top-seeded Lincoln Christian taking on North Bend Central. This time, though, it's Lincoln Christian who's the defending champs and playing like it early on. Opened the game on a 10-0 run. Macy Pittenger hitting the triple there. North Bend Central would answer, though. Played strong. Good play down low there by Reese Peterson, who had 4 points in the first quarter. Lincoln Christian saw their 10-point lead trimmed to 4 after this three-pointer by Mia Beebe. It is 16-12 after 1. To the second quarter we go. And North Bend Central hanging with the top seed. Winners of 36 in a row. That's Beebe again. Correction, that's Lauren Stirrup off the screen, able to get it to go. But Lincoln Christian would extend their lead toward the end of the half. Pittenger had 7 first-half points. Mattia Casabon was brilliant in the first half. Beautiful step through there, 8 points, 5 rebounds over the first 2 quarters. Lincoln Christian extending their lead, but Emmanuel with a miracle shot toward the end of the half makes it a 13-point lead. That would actually be the beginning of an extended 10-0 run for North Bend Central. They get back within 6, but Lincoln Christian starts to pull away. Casabon with the floater. She finished in double figures with 10. North Bend trying to answer. Emmanuel, brilliant in her final game. Gets it to go through contact at 23 points and 11 rebounds. Latter stages, third quarter, Lincoln Christian finally gets one to go from deep. That was their first make after 2 straight quarters of misses. Deerking hits from deep. Lincoln Christian extending their lead, heading to the fourth. In the fourth, North Bend doing just enough to hang around. Lauren Stirrup finished the game with 11. Foot on the line for that shot, but too much from Lincoln Christian in the end. The drive, the dish, Samantha Deerking with 3 of her 9 points, and Lincoln Christian wins number 37 in a row, 60-45 over North Bend Central. So now Lincoln Christian will face off against the winner of our next game, Gothenburg and Bridgeport. That's next. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.